This video was supposed to be about mountain biking, but I only have a limited amount of footage concerning that topic. Over the last few days, all I did was drive, and sleep in the back seat while my wife drove. The plan was to attend an expo in Utah called Outerbike. Rather than fly there and stay at a hotel, we decided to take a trailer out west for 3 weeks. The trailer was a rental that I found online on what amounts to an Airbnb for campers. The length, weight, and price of this trailer met all our criteria, and we'd be able to pick it up in Tennessee on our way out west. So on Thursday night, I loaded up the car with my bikes and a bunch of bins containing everything we'd need for 3 weeks. My sister will be joining us, as well as this ridiculous animal. Therein lies the reason why we really needed a trailer. Not only are pet-friendly hotels expensive and hard to come by, but drama isn't very sporting. So he'll need a secure and familiar place to stay while we're out doing stuff. A place with climate control that smells like his humans. We picked up the trailer and drove throughout the night to Bentonville, Arkansas. Including the time it took to pick up the trailer, we were on the road for about 18 hours, during which time we had to stop for gas a lot. The trailer cut our fuel economy to under 15 miles per gallon, and from what I hear, that's not so bad. In any case, you can't rely on Google's arrival times when you're towing. We eventually made it to Bentonville and set up at a pretty nice campsite in Rogers. One of the nice things about the trailer is being able to disconnect it from the car. The not so nice part is the actual process of doing that. We got an electric tongue jack right over here that we can operate with this switch. This plug goes into the back of the car, and then this gets attached to this point here and another spot on the hitch. It's an anti-sway bar. It keeps the trailer more stable, but if it gets slippery out, we have to take it off. Bentonville is one of my favorite cities because there's so much to do in such a small area. I also have a ton of subscribers there. As a stop on our way to Utah, it was a no-brainer. This is the part of the video where I actually get to ride my bike, as I had scheduled a patron meetup in Slaughter Pen. Slaughter Pen is a trail system accessible from downtown Bentonville. There's everything from single track to jumps to random features scattered about. With all the stuff to ride in Slaughter Pen, you'd think we'd be content to lay down some miles. But of course, we chose to session the grassy side of this landing. I never did land this 270, by the way. After some riding, some loitering, some pictures with drama, and of course a trip to Peddler's Pub, our day in Bentonville was in the books. It was time to set out to Buena Vista, Colorado. We'd start by driving through Missouri and then Kansas. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff in Kansas, and in fact, there's an IMBA epic out there. But if you're driving through Kansas on Route 70, you won't get to see any of that, because it's nothing but this. And this. And some of this, for 424 miles. You'll also find out that Kansas is not totally flat. From east to west, it actually increases in elevation gradually by a few thousand feet. It's also windy. With all that wind and the trailer, we barely broke 60 miles per hour. But we did eventually reach Colorado. I guess we were expecting the Rocky Mountains to rise dramatically upon passing that sign, but they didn't. We just got more of this for hours. There was this cool diner, though. After driving into the afternoon and approaching Denver, the scenery did change, but so too did the weather.
It's pretty nasty here, dude. It's I'm in the parking lot of Crescent Butte, and like it's just dumping snow, man. And I looked at the forecast, and the forecast is like a weather advisory for a winter storm. What's going to happen is we're going to get stuck on that side of the Monarch Pass. If you could go like 5 more hours west and get to the west slope of Colorado, we can be in the desert and away from all these snowstorms.
Less than 2 hours from our campsite in Buena Vista, we made the game time decision to go all the way to Grand Junction. It would add another 7 hours to our drive, but we'd be warm, dry, and with no shortage of trails. And if we died on the way there, it would be completely Alexander's fault. We had been on the road for 24 hours through Missouri, Kansas, the part of Colorado that's exactly like Kansas, and finally the Rocky Mountains. We were over it. During the most exciting part of the drive, we were just ready to set up the trailer and go to sleep. And we did. The next morning, we woke up in Grand Junction to more rain. Alexander came by to get some editing done and check out the trailer. Emily is sleeping over here, which is now our workstation. So this thing collapses down to this level, and then the cushions that are under here go up on top. This is like where we charge all our stuff. Then, so check this out. So the kitchen area, of course, this cover that's on the sink can be used as a like extra counter space, like cutting board. Yeah. Right? And then, you know, you got your sink and everything. Then this thing opens up. So it's like sort of a shield.
Yeah.
And then of course this fan actually exhausts to the outside.
It's these type of things are the things that blow me away.
This is our little yard area. We're glamping.
Yeah, dude, you can take a dump and watch the scenery.
So what Amy did was she put all our clothes in these separate things. So like this is just riding gear, riding socks, jerseys, shorts, everything. Yeah. Then there's like, this one is socks. This one is underwear. So like,
that's a good idea.
Everything's all organized. The trailer really is everything we hoped. It lets us sleep, cook, and work in a familiar space. It really is our home away from home. While I'm working and editing, my wife and sister can take the car out to go hiking. Although our brutal drive is now over, this trip has just begun. We're in a great mountain biking destination surrounded by awesome scenery. So I promise that the next video won't have much to do with driving or sleeping, because now I can focus on the reason we came here in the first place. Thanks for riding with me today, and I'll see you next time.